Jackson was born to Joseph Eugene Daddy Gene Jackson, 1927–2000, and Ruth Musick Mama Ruth Jackson, 1930–2017, in Newnan, Georgia, and has 4 older sisters. He and his immediate family lived in a small home built around his grandfather's old toolshed. The family is primarily of English descent. His mother lived in the home until she died on January 7, 2017. He began writing music in 1983. Growing up, Jackson listened primarily to gospel music, until a friend introduced him to Gene Watson, John Anderson, and Hank Williams Jr. Jackson attended the local Elm Street Elementary and Newnan High School, and joined the band Dixie Steel after graduation. When he was 27, Jackson and his wife of 6 years, Denise, moved from Newnan to Nashville, Tennessee, where he hoped to pursue music full-time. In 1987, Jackson cut a pre-debut demo album titled New Traditional at Doc's Place in Hendersonville, Tennessee, but it is extremely rare and was only released in Japan. In Tennessee, Jackson got his first job in the Nashville Network's mailroom. His wife Denise was a flight attendant. While working, she came in contact with Glenn Campbell and requested advice for her husband. Campbell handed her his business card of his manager and told her to call, which helped jumpstart his career. Jackson eventually signed with Arista, and in 1989, he became the first artist signed to the newly formed Arista Nashville branch of Arista Records. Arista released Jackson's debut single, Blue-Blooded Woman, in late 1989. Although the song failed to reach top 40 on Hot Country Songs, he reached number 3 by early 1990 with Here in the Real World. This song served as the title track to his debut studio album, Here in the Real World, which also included 2 more top 5 hits, Wanted and Chassin' That Neon Rainbow, and his first number 1, I'd Love You All Over Again. Don't Rock the Jukebox was the title of Jackson's second album. Released in 1991, it included 4 number 1 singles, the title track, Someday, Dallas and Love's Got a Hold on You, and the number 3 Midnight in Montgomery. Jackson also co-wrote several songs on Randy Travis' 1991 album High Lonesome. A Lot About Livin', and A Little Bout Love, his third album, accounted for the number 1 hits She's Got the Rhythm, and I Got the Blues, which Randy Travis co-wrote, and Chattahoochee, plus the top 5 hits Tonight I Climbed the Wall, Mercury Blues and Who Says You Can't Have It All. Chattahoochee also won him the 1994 Country Music Association (CMA) Awards for Single and Song of the Year. In 1994, Jackson left his management company, 1010 Management, which had overseen his career up to that point, and switched to Gary Overton. His fourth album was titled Who I Am, and it contained 4 number 1 hits, a cover of the Eddie Cochran rockabilly standard Summertime Blues, followed by Livin' on Love, Gone Country and I Don't Even Know Your Name. An additional track from the album, a cover of Rodney Crowell's song For the Life, made number 6. In late 1994, Clay Walker reached number 1 with If I Could Make a Living, which Jackson co-wrote. Jackson also appeared in the 1996 When Harry Kept Dolores episode of Home Improvement, performing Mercury Blues. After country music changed toward pop music in the 1990s and 2000s, he and George Strait criticized the state of country music in the song Murder on Music Row. The song sparked debate in the country music community about whether traditional country music was actually dead or not. Despite the fact that the song was not officially released as a single, it became the highest-charting non-seasonal album cut, not available in any retail single configuration or released as a promotional single to radio during a chart run, to appear on Hot Country Singles and Tracks in the Broadcast Data Systems era, beating the record previously held by Garth Brooks' Below Wood. The duo were invited to open the 2000 Academy of Country Music Awards, ACMAs, with a performance of the tune. Rolling Rolling Stone commented on Jackson's style, remarking, "If Garth and Shania have raised the bar for country concerts with Kiss-style production and endless costume changes, then Alan Jackson is doing his best to return the bar to a more human level." After the September 11, 2001 attacks, Jackson released Where Were You? When the World Stopped Turning, as a tribute to those killed in the 9/11 terrorist attacks. The country, soft rock song became a hit single and briefly propelled him into the mainstream spotlight. Jackson had debuted the song at the 2001 CMA Awards, and his performance was generally considered the highlight of the show. Jackson's website crashed the next day from server requests. The song came to Jackson suddenly, and had not been scheduled for any official release, but the live performance began receiving radio airplay and was soon released as a single. It was included on his 2002 album Drive, both the live version from his CMA performance, and a radio version. Jackson married his high school sweetheart, Denise Jackson, on December 15, 1979. They have 3 daughters: Maddie Denise Selectman, born June 19, 1990, Alexandra Jane Alley, born August 23, 1993, and Donnie Grace, born August 28, 1997. In July 2022, it was announced that the couple was expecting their first grandchild in December. Although the couple separated for several months in 1998 due to the strains of Jackson's career as well as his infidelity, they have since reconciled. Their story is referenced in several of Jackson's songs, including She Likes It Too and Remember When, based on his memories, and the fond views of an everlasting love between his wife and him. Denise and their daughters appear in the latter song's video. In a 2021 appearance on The Today Show, Jackson announced he had Charcot-Marie tooth disease, stating, "It's been affecting me for years. And it's getting more and more obvious. And I know I am stumbling around on stage. And now I am having a little trouble balancing, even in front of the microphone, and so I just feel very uncomfortable."